Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation we can develop, and out of that development, how we can gain our spiritual success. So, when it comes to meditation, the very first thing you have to remember, this is something that we practice with our mind. So, the mind is the most important tool that we have. And at the same time, you have to be very careful when you work with the mind. Because the mind is the creator, mind is the forerunner, mind is the boss. And your liberation, your enlightenment, also in the mind. So if you maintain and manage it in the correct way, you are capable to gain your liberation, your freedom, your happiness, satisfaction, your success, your creativity, your development, your upliftment, your newness. But at the same time, if the mind doesn't work properly, all the difficulties, hindrance, and all the barriers can come to your journey, and all the difficulties you can experience with the mind. So that's why listening, learning, understanding, practicing, and knowing these techniques properly, and through the practice yourself brush up and become more better every day, to have a very clear mind is very necessary. So that's why every day we bring many different teachings, the ideas related to many meditation and related to this mental practice from different angles. Because then your understanding become more clear, and you can be more sustainable with your practice. And so by the time you become so rich with the informations, then you can apply it to practice. Through that practice, you can gain the wisdom. So always remember, Our greatest hindrance is our own mind. But that doesn't mean you should give up the soul. There is a way that you can get out of it. There is a way that you can conquer that. There is a way that you can go through this all the difficulties and get into the clarity. So first thing, you have to have the intention to become very clear. Because as human beings, we are carrying a lot of memory within us. From birth to today, we went through many emotional breakdown, physical difficulties, pain, unsatisfaction, fear, anxiety, depression. And most of time, we didn't have enough wisdom to convert that all the experience to become more better. Because of that, we use that all the experience to make our life become more bitter. So that bitterness always come like a shadow, never leave our body, always bring us the difficulties. So this is a very good opportunity for you to clean first. So you have to have a very clear understanding to clean your mind. So that is why when it comes to introspection, you are capable to understand this nature and go deeper into and uproot this all the cankers or the mental formations that you carry through this life. So as you know, we never iron dirty clothes. If you do so, what happens? That all the dirt going to get stuck into your garments. So first you clean the garments, you wash the clothes, and then you iron. Then you wear it. So when it comes to the mind, the same. So the very first thing that you have to do before you get into any bodily, verbally, mentally action, first try to have a very clear mind. Don't don't keep repeating the same thing without having that clarity. So that's why the meditation allows you to bring that clarity through the practice, not just by visualizing or thinking about it or dreaming about it. By practicing. So when we practice, it is very important yourself to know the technique. There are many mental practice, go through many mental objects, but here, as our master technique, we practice tranquility meditation. For that, we practice Anapana Sati Bhavana, contemplate on inhalation, exhalation, and from there we go to Vipassana meditation. So, tranquility meditation help us to calm down our mind, relax our mind, have undisturbed mind, solid tranquility mind. So that is very necessary first. Because once you have that, you are capable to understand things as it is according to that, go through this perception, what we perceive out of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So that is the very basic foundation when it comes to tranquility meditation. So once you have the tranquility meditation, mind become very sustainable. So then all the five hindrance not going to disturb you. Any desire, lust, any kind of anger, hatred, any kind of laziness, tiredness, any kind of doubt, not going to disturb you. So that then this all are mental qualities. This all the mental qualities depending each other when the mind become busy. So the mind become busy because of a reason. What is the reason? Most of time we don't practice any kind of the opposite side of things, and we always pondering to outside world, looking for happiness and satisfaction or the success or the development through the outside world. So you already neglected your mind. But mind is the base. So now through this practice, what we does, we bring our awareness to our mind. So this all the material things, the material world, also the mind. How these things became like this, how this shape come like this, because of the mind. This through this all the material things, we look for mental comfort. So the mind is this everywhere. It's like a invisible web, invisible net. It's everywhere. So that's why the mind is the creator. So if the mind always wandering to outside, the mind doesn't have any moment to be with its own quality. So then the busyness and the more desires start to take us here and there, here and there, here and there. How far? How long? We don't know. So that's why tranquility meditation help you to calm down the mind. So when it comes to always remember, our primary mental object is observing inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, we need a mental object to practice, settle down. Without the object, it is difficult for our mind to be there. Of course, if there are enlightened masters, they are capable to it itself get into vipassana level, and without any object, they are capable to reflect on the impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness. But for us, for a beginner, if anybody looking for how to practice and how to develop, always remember, get into the very first, you need a mental object. So the breathing is, we take the breathing as our primary mental object. There are many reasons for that. And one of the thing is everybody can practice this. There are very few people, it is difficult for them, but still there is a way they can make it more comfortable. Breathing meditation. Another thing is your body, your mind deeply have a clear connection to the breathing. Your mind can understand, your body can understand the language of the breathing. So then, other thing is that all the nature that in whatever in this universe, you can see through the nature, the breathing. So when we listen this very carefully and try to get it. So when we observe inhalation, exhalation, most of time what happens, our mind interfere with the breathing. So that's, don't try to inhale or exhale. Let it happen. Because most of time our mind interfere, and because of that, when you observe what happened invisibly, your mind may be guiding the breathing, maintaining the breathing, interfering, involving with the breathing. Don't do it. So then how you can do it? This is one technique that you have to learn and practice very carefully. Don't try to inhale or exhale. Let the air to do the breathing. Don't do breathing yourself. Don't do the breathing by mind. Let the air to do the breathing. Let the inhalation, exhalation to happen rather than you are interfering and make it happen. So that way, you are capable to observe naturally as it is. So when it comes to observing, don't try to see it. Because the seeing sometimes brings our mental interference or imagination to it. So as example, when we see through eyes, when we see through our eyes, our imagination is more high and comfortable. We are so attached to seeing things, watching things, looking at things, because it gives a greater comfort to our imagination. So it is a very less physical interference when you see. Your imagination, your mentality works strongly when you see things. So that's why don't try to see the inhalation, exhalation. Even you close your eyes, sometimes because of that habitual pattern in your mind, even you close your eyes, sometimes invisibly your mind want to see. So that's why most of people, by the time within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, their eyes become so heavy, they feel so tired and they cannot stay longer. Their head becomes so heavy, and some people bending forward like this, they bend forward because their eyes flow, the energy flow through their eyes to the nose. Why? Because they have a nature to see. But now one technique is let the air to inhale, exhale. So you are mentally not interfering. So inhalation, exhalation is like a material thing. You are trying to recognize, realize the process of the inhalation, exhalation. Don't try to see it. So as I mentioned from the beginning, when you see something through eyes, your imagination so high. But imagine, just try when you hear something. When you hear something, your realization is so high than your imagination. That is two things. You have to practice it separately to understand how it works. How you can do that. So you select a place, like you can go to a park, open area, your backyard, or maybe even open a window. And if you in upstairs, you can come to a balcony. So kind of like that, you can find a place. and try it. It is good if you can see little far away, not the very close things. And then look and try to recognize, try to understand that what you see. And then the very next time you close your eyes and allow that all the sounds to come to you. And when the sound comes, and try to understand that what you recognize, then you see the difference. The whatever come through the sound by the time become more very clear for you. Your understanding, your realization, your recognition become more strong when you hear the sound. That's why, remember, even though physically we cannot see the Buddha's lifetime is very short, but still we have the Dhamma. So we are capable to hear the Dhamma. Just seeing the Buddha may be not that much important. Of course, if we had that opportunity, that is so great. But still remember, you all have the greater opportunity. If you are capable, if you have the chance to hear the Dhamma. So Dhammam passati, so mam passati. So because hearing, giving a greater experience to realize that what you go through. So that's why give a chance, give a try yourself to develop this realization rather than seeing, because we are so addicted to seeing. Seeing mesmerize us. Seeing sometimes make us blind. But realization is not like that. Realization allow you to become more better. Realization take you to recognize. Recognition uplift you to liberation, freedom. So practicing breathing meditation, that is one of the different. That's why, of course, there are many methods that some people keep open the eyes. So nothing wrong about it. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you keep seeing it. You try to withdraw the part of the seeing. But even you close your eyes, try to develop the ability rather than seeing to recognize. Recognize. That's the second technique that you have to remember when you're mastering the technique. So when you realize, and the next one is very careful, because we are dealing with the mind. Remember, we are not dealing with the breathing, we are dealing with our mind. That is something that you have to understand with the meditation. Sometimes not even in the meditation. Look at this material physical world. Look at the people. Sometimes you think that we are dealing with the real situation. No, we are dealing with the human mind. That is what we have to understand. So sometimes we are not capable to see the mentality through this material world. Because of that, we get stuck. So through these material things, through this material world, there is a mentality. Please try to understand. Through the human behavior, through this physical world, there is a mentality. Through each and every incident, there is a mentality. So don't get stuck. Stop. Settle down on the top of these material things. Try to go through it and see what is the mentality behind it. So then that is another deeper technique, deeper practice that you learn through practicing meditation. Remember, those are you cannot find through books. No any books talk about this kind of things related to meditation practice. Just by hearing, you have to do all of this. And by practicing, you have to get into that. So the next one is when you observe inhalation, exhalation. So remember now, the air, it's an outside material thing. Now you observe inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and upper lip area. When you observe, the very first thing, let the air to do the inhalation, exhalation. That is the first thing. The next one, the second point is, don't try to see it. Try to realize it and recognize it. It's then nothing to do with the eye. You close your eyes, let it rest, settle down, mentally be centered and try to recognize. Same like when the sound come, how you recognize inside you. Because that the sound deeply itself go into this physical body. And so the next one is when you observe inhalation, exhalation, don't allow your mind to be a part of it. So your mentality, because you know already related what is inhalation, exhalation, you know already certain practice you have done. You have some kind of idea about it. You have some preconditioned mind related to meditation. If you have that all and still you try to observe, you're not going to see this outside material inhalation, exhalation. You still see the inhalation, exhalation related to what you know. That is totally different. That is why most of time when we observe, first we don't see this material inhalation, exhalation. We see our own mind through it. We see our own mind. So then the mind never going to become free. The mind never going to become clear. Why? Mind, just through the meditation, most of people go through repetition of the mind. No, our purpose is tranquility meditation. You are trying to tranquilize the mind. You are trying to calm down the mind. You are trying to get into undisturbed level of the mind. So then 100% try to be very clear. Are you recognizing, are you realizing this material inhalation or inhalation, exhalation or mental inhalation, exhalation? Those are two different things. So mind has a nature to inhale, exhale. So we are not going to do that. We are trying to recognize this outside the inhalation, exhalation. So then don't go with this mental inhalation, exhalation. 100% try to see, recognize, not to see, try to recognize this physical inhalation, exhalation. So that is where once you recognize inhalation, exhalation, and then you can go into vipassana level. Contemplate on the feeling, sensation, pain. So kind of like that. Contemplate on the body, contemplate on the pain, contemplate on the mind, and contemplate on the phenomena. Kaya-anupassana, Vedana-anupassana, Chitta-anupassana, Dhamma-anupassana. So when you go into that four categories, that is where you going to go to the vipassana level. So now you are thoroughly, deeply observe this material inhalation, exhalation. So that is where you can see long inhalation, short inhalation, heavy inhalation, soft inhalation, exhalation, warm or cold inhalation, exhalation. This is not mental. This is a material inhalation, exhalation. And the beginning, the middle, end. So you are observing this material inhalation, exhalation. That is the first level. And once you practice to that level, what happens? Then you can see that whatever that you experience this material, through this material inhalation, exhalation, has a deeper connection to your mind. And now you can see your thought, how the thoughts arise itself, and how the thought change, and without any request, invitation, effort, it arises, and then it go away. So now you are capable to see the very nature of the mind without holding it as my mind. I am. So now you are above the mind. You are not interfering. You are not getting into this thought pattern. Your awareness is not interfering to the mind. Your awareness is not involving with the thoughts. So you now you can see the thoughts. Now there is something beautiful that you can find. What is that beauty? So the most of the thoughts, because now you can see how the thoughts arise and go away. Thoughts arise and go away. Most of the thoughts related to material and physical world, which is not in the moment or not you in the moment, right now. Most of the thoughts. So that understanding is completely different. That understanding is not just you think about it. Now you recognize, you realize that what is happening in you. Because to realize, you have to be with it. You have to, it should be a part of experience, part of you, it's experience, you have to be a part of it. You have to experience it. Now you see it. The most of the thoughts related to physical or material. Just think about whatever the thoughts arise. So then there is something come. Because now that lot of thoughts arise related to material, but you experience it mentally. Once you have this understanding, it's going to shift your mind to different level. Because so most of the thoughts that what we experience related to physical or material. But you experience it right now here mentally. And once you know that, your life going to become more free from lot of emotional barriers. So that is another understanding that you see. And then your mind, that the thoughts, this everything in that level, it's going to become like a mirror. Your mind become like a mirror to you. Mirror never lie. And we all are very comfortable in front of the mirror. The most of the people in the world, morning to night, become naked in front of the mirror because they are so comfortable. And whatever they see through the mirror, they trust, they believe. Just imagine you early morning, you go and see your face through the mirror, then there is something on your forehead and you try to clean it. Why you do? Because you cannot see, you see through the mirror. So you trust that what you see. So the mind also now become like a mirror. And now you see, even though that your mind is not material, all the things in this mind you hold related to material and physical. And then that is what the memory. So then little by little you observe. Now you know you are not afraid to go deeper into it. Why? You know it's nothing to do material. Just imagine if there is a material like a wall, like a mountain, like a rock. We cannot go through this. But now you see this all the material that whatever, it doesn't matter, belong to many universe. It belong to many material things. But still you can go through it. Why? It all mind. So you are capable to go deeper into your memory without any fear. Because that whatever in your mind, you know, even though it appear as a material and physical, there is no something like that. It's all mental energy. And once you know that, you go deeper into, then you find the roots. Mental formations, cankers, roots that wherever stuck. And once you uproot it, you become free from it. So becoming free from the world means what? Becoming free from this mental nature. So once you have that, it slowly uplifts you to it. You shift to different level. That is where then you going to realize or recognize the Dharma according to cause and effect, how the experience arise. Even that, whatever the experience that you have, it's not belong to you. It happened because of the cause and effect. So that's the next level you're going to experience through the inhalation, exhalation. This all because inhalation, this air bringing inhalation, exhalation. And according to that, so the air is the one who do the inhalation, exhalation. So according to that, your body, your mind go with it. Now you understanding different need. So most of time we think, oh, I am the one who do this. Now you recognize how this physical material world interconnected. So because of that cause and effect. So that cause and effect develop the action, reaction, result, action, reaction, result. So once you recognize that, your point of reference regarding the life, your point of view regarding the life, regarding you going to change. That is what we need. Our viewpoint. That what I think about me, that what I believe about me, capable to change through this practice. And once you have that, that is what we call the self-centered view. I am me. Because we believe from birth to now, there's a unchangeable solid somebody experiencing this all. We don't see the cause and effect, action, reaction, result, connection. But now you see this through inside your practice. So that way, it allows you to become free from your own point of view. That is where you find the freedom or liberation. And that liberation will take you to the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So give a try. Just listening is not enough. You need some practice. You have to be matured with the practice. And you have a great opportunity to do it yourself. So only thing is, one of the key point when it comes to ourselves, consistency. Keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. Because most of all this habitual pattern so far in our lives became like this strong because knowingly or unknowingly, we used to keep doing it. But now you have a greater opportunity to have with the very conscious decision. You can make a very clear brand new blueprint for you to develop some profitable habits, profitable skills, profitable practice from this point to your future. So then the result will grow little by little. Let it grow. Only thing is, keep practice. While you practice, you brush up yourself. You change yourself. You become new yourself. You get out of most of the unnecessary things from you. So that newness is every day you have to maintain. That clarity every day you have to maintain. And then you gain the balance. That balance every day you have to maintain. So through the practice, that is what happened. You are capable to maintain your balance, your newness, your clarity, your awareness, your recognition. So then by the time, as a result of that all, you are capable to gain some wisdom. That wisdom will uplift you from this point to higher level. So that is how the process happens. So then without practice, it's not going to happen. If it is happened, good luck. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So now your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and mentally recite, may I be well and happy, O Sopatreva, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So as I mentioned from the beginning, let the breathing to do the inhalation, exhalation. Let the air to do the inhalation, exhalation. Just recognize it. Do nothing extra. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So now keep relax your body and let inhalation, exhalation happen as it is. Recognize. Do nothing extra. So bring attention to your body, please. We're going to cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamnihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.